Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today we've got another Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 Prestige class description video for you. And today, coming at you from the Complete Divine, we've got ourselves the Rainbow Servant. We're going to be talking about what is the Rainbow Servant? Like, what kind of character are they? We're going to be talking about what you need to become a Rainbow Servant. Then we're going to talk about what you get as a Rainbow Servant. Finally, we're going to talk about how good the Rainbow Servant is and how you might use it in a build. So let's get started. All right. So first, what is the Rainbow Servant? Well, that's very interesting. So deep in the jungles, there lies an ancient temple. And in this ancient temple, there are coattails. These coattails, they are these mythical beings, and those are what Rainbow Servant derive their power from. These are sorcerers and wizards, arcane casters, who have ventured into the depths of the jungle in the attempts to gain a glimpse into the power of the divine. And doing so, they have received it. They are at the beck and call of the coattails. Even if they venture from the jungle, the coattails, they need their help. They will call upon the Rainbow Servants, and the Rainbow Servants must answer in exchange for the power that they receive from coattails in the ancient heart of the jungle. That is the Rainbow Servant. Now, that's what the Rainbow Servant is. Let's talk about how you become a Rainbow Servant. All right, so the Rainbow Servant. In order to become a Rainbow Servant, what you need to not be evil, and you need to not be chaotic. Simple enough. So, lawful good, lawful neutral, neutral good, true neutral. All valid options. The only valid options. They're all valid. So you got to be one of those four. Next, you need knowledge, arcane, 4 ranks. That's not too bad. 4 ranks of knowledge and arcana, not too much at all, to be honest. And it's something you're going to want anyway, so not a big deal. You're also going to need to be able to cast 3rd level spells. So that's not a big deal. 3rd level spells, it's kind of whatever, you know. You can get that at 6th level. Generally, you could potentially get it at 5th, but the classes that you're gonna want this for, you get it at 6th. And special, you must find the hidden jungle temples of the coattails. So you have to find the temples, which, you know, as a DM, I would say, you know, you're gonna have to actually go and explore the world and discover these temples. That will be your journey, your mission, your divine purpose. You know, it's a good campaign hook. So, you know, as a player, you can't just take it. You know, talk to your DM, let them know you're interested in this class, and if your DM's nice, they'll send you a hook. They'll say, all right, go find the temples, and you can, you know, make some rolls and get some leads to go figure out where to start. You know, go from there. You know, I'm sure your DM can come up with something. Be creative if you're the DM. All right, so now that we've talked about what it takes to become a Rainbow Servant, let's talk about what you get as a Rainbow Servant. All right, so first off, D4 hit dice. Not great, but we're talking about an arcane caster here, so, you know, it is what it is. Bad base attack bonus. Not great, but again, typical for arcane casters. You're going to have a good will save, but a bad reflex and fortitude save. Again, not great, but par for the course for an arcane caster. What can I say? You get no weapon and armor proficiency, so that's a little bit of an issue. The next thing is spells, and this is where it gets a little interesting. And there's actually some debate on the Rainbow Servant. And depending on which side of the argument you are with this, depends on how good this class is. Rules is written, you default to the text over the table. And the text says you get full spellcasting, you get it every single level. But the table says you don't get it every single level. It says you don't get it at, 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th level. So you only get 6 out of 10 casting levels. So you lose 4. That's a lot. And that's a big difference whether you get full or 6 tenths. So big difference. And part of the reason for the debate isn't just because of the table, but because of the way it's designed. Rules as intended really seems that it's probably meant to be something where it's only 6 out of 10. It really probably is rules as intended. That's how I'd rule it. If your DM's nice enough to be strict rules as written on this one, you know, that's good, because that's full casting in this class is amazing if that's the case. It still can be used otherwise. We'll get into that at the end, though. All right. Next thing that you get is extra domain. So at 1st, 4th, and 7th levels, those levels that you didn't get spell casting, you get access to cleric domain. First level, you get access to the good domain. Fourth, you get access to the air domain, probably the best of the three. And at 7th, you get access to the law domain, which are all decent domains, especially the air. Especially since air does let you turn earth elementals and rebuke air elementals. So that's kind of cool. As the granted powers of the good in law are not the best. They're okay though. And if you do this as a sorcerer or war mage, definitely best to go war mage. Can be very, very good. So yeah, in addition, you get the ability to grow wings at 7th level. Now you can only do this when not armored, so with War Mage that's a bit of an issue, but there's ways to make that work, like called armor, I would say. In addition, you also get, first level you get Detect Evil, and then at 7th level you get Detect Chaos, so that's kind of cool. These are again the levels where you don't get casting, so you get bonus domains and abilities that you can use it. The Detect ones you can use at will, the Grow Wings you can only do for a minute per day per class level. Only a minute per day per class level, but you can break it up as needed, so you know, if you want to do it round by round, you could individually do it for 100 different rounds a day at 10th level. Now, the big one that you get is at 10th level, and that is access to cleric spells. Basically, every single cleric spell in the game, and that is a massive list, now is a class spell for you. It goes right onto your class spell list. That is really big for sorcerers. Like, bang, now all of a sudden your spells known list is absolutely massive. In addition, for war mages, it's insane because you know all your spells, so that's absolutely huge. I don't know if sorcerers actually know all of them, but you know, now all of a sudden they at least have access to them, so it's big. War mages, this is absolutely massive because now all of a sudden you know them and you can cast them however you please spontaneously. It's super nice. And you also get Detect Thoughts. That's what they get. Now let's talk about how good they are and how you might use them in a build. So as I was kind of talking about before, how good they are really depends on how your DM's ruling spellcasting. If they're ruling it's full, this class is amazing, like stupid broken levels of good. It is beyond good. And rules as written, it's 10. You get full casting. Rules as intended, which is how I would rule, you only get it 6 out of 10, which is far less good. And in that way, it can be extremely good still, but it is difficult to make work. War Mage is definitely your best bet because with War Mage and other classes like that, you just suddenly now have all these spells known and you don't have to prepare your spells, so it is just amazing. For classes that actually have to pick spells known, it's a lot less good. And for War Mage, all those domain spells just suddenly pop on their list as well, so they can use them freely as well. So that's actually really nice. War Mage, probably your best bet for going into this, although there's probably some fringe classes you can do to do it. Maybe use this to qualify for something that allows you to, that requires you to know divine spells, because this absolutely does. Not some of your spells will be divine, some will be arcane. It depends if it's on the wizard sorcerer list, but there are a huge ton that aren't, so you absolutely are going to gain access to them. So this can be very good for hitting like certain prestige classes. There's some weird stuff you can do with it. I haven't found anything that works super well yet myself, but I'm sure there's something out there. It can be a very potent class, but it is extremely back heavy. That's a bit of an issue. Although, I mean, you do get some decent stuff at 1st level, 4th level. The air domain spells are actually really nice. They get some really powerful ones. Like some of those air ones are really good. And I mean, you could use that 4th level one to gain access to like turning, to have some access with maybe divine meta magic or something on arcane spells. I don't know. That could be a thing that could be done with this. Potentially, maybe. I'm not sure how well that works. I have to look into it a little bit more. But anyways, that's all I really have to say about it. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like, subscribe for more videos just like this, and definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I also am going to have a link to my Discord and probably my Twitch channel as well, as I stream on Twitch now, so definitely check that out. Maybe drop me a follow there. I'm trying to grow on Twitch as well, mostly doing some Pokemon stuff. But anyways, as always, I'm Mitch. I'll be seeing ya.